Yo, yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome or welcome back to Billy Goat's Prophetic Vessel. It's your girl, Billy Goat, and we got a message for you. All right, welcome to your Capricorn and Chosen One channel. Let's get into these timeless messages, okay? So by divine authority and under the law. Oh wait, listen, I've been saying stuff all day. Stuff. Anyway, I command in God's name that all entities, parasites, and evil monitoring spirits that are clothing the club be blocked by the death and return back to the sinners and replaced with good according to God, Yahweh, Yeshua the Christ will, uncloak, uncontaminated, uncompromised, with quantum speed applied. And so it is, and thank you. All right. So this message is starting off with like hella downloads, okay? So this is a message of warning and caution when it comes to these spiritual streets and how things are manifesting in the physical realm from a lot of spiritual muck that's been going on, okay? So, first things first, people who was goody, glad you could be here. And so, basically, it's like when it comes to being around other people, when you're at the store, when you're at the park, when you are pumping your gas, when you are in the parking lot and there's other people you are just passing, when you're going for a walk and you're walking your pet, whatever the case may be, other people are now being impacted by, and I mean, not to say that this kind of wasn't happening before. It's more, it's happening more, okay, to the point where okay, so let's say, for example, because we've been getting a lot of energy of people going to dark practitioners and utilizing black magic, right? Well, let's say let's say someone paid for black magic to be done on someone in their family or one of their friends that pissed them off. Not that that gives them a good reason to, just as an example, okay? So you can understand what's going on here. So then let's say, okay, the practitioner does it, or that person may know how to do black magic, right? And they do it on that person. Well, that person that was sent that nasty black magic, that's going to the grocery stores, that's just going outside because they should be able to, right? And, going to class if they go to school, or going to work if they have a job. And as they're passing people, more of those in their energies are soaking up that black magic, okay? And so the person who paid the practitioner, not the person who paid the practitioner, the whoever the person that whoever is was sent the black magic. So if the person paid the practitioner to do it on someone, whoever the practitioner did it on, and that means that the person is carrying the black magic at that point. They're the host, right? So when they are passing people, all those hexes and curses that that practitioner sent, or whoever knows how to do the black magic, as they are passing people, other people energetic field is soaking that up. Now, to a degree, that already happens whether a person um has black magic on them or not. You can soak up a person's emotions just by them being next to you if you're really that much of an empath. Um, okay. But this is not, this ain't that. Okay, this is a whole nother level. This actually has to deal with the plague, the rapture part two, that I've already talked about a lot on this channel. So I say that to say the Holy Spirit wants me to let people know that there has been a lot of black magic being done on people to cause them to have accidents, to cause them to die. I'm sorry, to be unalived. Death magic that people can pay for or be mindful. People don't all people don't have to pay a practitioner to do black magic. Some people already have that in their lineage and it's taught to them, it's passed down. Okay. So if a person knows how to do it themselves, and they are doing that on someone, it's getting to the point where there's so many people absorbing that. So even if a person didn't pay to have, even if a person didn't pay to have black magic put on you, or if they didn't put black magic on you, in some way, shape, or form, you're still soaking up some of that black magic energy. And the Holy Spirit is wanting me to let you know that it's causing some disruptions, or you can say demonic interference with some of the things that you have been engaging in or doing. Okay, or one of your family members have picked up some extra energy, and that's also rubbing off on you as well. There's been a lot of people that have been paying practitioners to do road blockages on people. Okay, there's been people paying practitioners to do financial losses on people. And so when you have that, when you have people who was sent that nasty energy of loss and ailments and stuff like that, and they passing other people just by them having a job, just by them going to the grocery store because they need to get something to eat, um that's rubbing off. So it's coming down, so as above so below spiritually. It's starting to, so spiritually black magic. So in the physical realm, a lot of people are getting backed up. A lot of people are experiencing road blockages, right? So as I'm driving around, I'm seeing people get like backed up. And I'm also seeing, it's like I'm seeing spiritually people who have the black magic sent towards them. And I'm seeing other people who didn't have black magic sent towards them get impacted. It's kind of like catching strays because they're around others' auric fields who have that nasty energy in it. And if you don't have a practice where you are cleansing your auric field, or you just don't simply know it all, that's another reason of how it's spreading. It's kind of like it's a spiritual virus, okay? Yes, it's a spiritual virus. It's a spiritual case of the black magic here. But the point is that this is a different level of it, okay? And when it comes to the plague that we've talked about here before, some people are catching that and they don't know that that's what they have. The rapture part 2 plague, because there's lots of plagues, okay? The rapture part 2 is what it's called. All right. I've been seeing, rather, I've been seeing a lot of almost type of accidents, right? And so the Holy Spirit is telling me, yeah, that's because there's been people that's been doing black magic trying to cause people to have accidents. And when those people are around other people's auric field, um especially if their spiritual defenses are down, right, like if they're sick or if they have something going on, you know, because this is something that's leaking over into the bloodline, your bloodline and your spirit team behind the veil. Okay, so I just want, so, well, not just me, but the Holy Spirit wants to let you know that everybody needs to start developing a clearing practice. So, you know how a person may have a routine where they wake up, they brush their teeth, they take a shower, they put clothes on, then they eat something, you know, or something in that fashion. You need to wake up, brush your teeth, do listen, or do a Reiki cleansing on yourself, or you know, then you need to then take a shower, then get yourself together, and then before you go to bed, you need to, you know, do that. In some cases, you're gonna need to do it in the middle of the day. Okay, this is crucial because this is a part of the reason why a lot of people are having a hard time finding a job, getting one, right? It's that nasty energy in your auric field. I have seen a major difference in, I'll say, certain outcomes when hexes and curses are in your auric field versus when they're not, or not as much. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Okay, so that's a good part. You guys need to develop a cleansing practice. Everybody, even if you've never heard of this shit before, but of course you make your own decisions here. Okay, so another thing before we get into the tarot, another, and hello guys, and another thing that I'm supposed to let you guys know is the watching. Okay, so this is the Capricorn chosen one here. A lot of you guys are advanced level souls. A lot of you guys have unfortunately been being targeted by high dark galactic force beings, right? And feel like you really can't talk about it. You're hearing things, you don't want people to think that, da 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 da. You don't feel like you have like a good support system but this is what this is for. Okay, so when you are in the stores, my advanced level souls that have been being targeted, and and for those that when you start accessing more of your gifts and do deeper level healing, well, hopefully things will be taken care of. But if not, you're going to have to be mindful. The enemy is putting people in position in stores. Okay, so these dark galactic beings, they need vessels, right? And from different realms, right? um they are used, and when I say different realms, I'm talking about different dark galactic beings that hasn't have incarnation, that are from different realms. Okay, they need a physical vessel. Now, what a lot of people don't know is there are implants and hooks and different dark programming that the entities will put in your auric field through different ways and methods so that they can spy and see through you. There's implants where they can literally see through your eyeballs. There's implants where they can literally just see and know and censor where you are, and all the rest of this. Okay, and so um the enemy has been putting people in positions. So, like, for example, let's say you're at a store and you have some dark galactic beings that's trying to figure out where you are. You might be clearing yourself, for example, right? You might know how to take some implants out, or you might know how to, clear and cleanse. But if other people ain't doing that and they still got those eye camera, sensory devices, implants, and hooks and stuff in their body and stuff, what they are doing is they're putting people in different aisles that have a demonic contract for them to utilize, whether they are conscious about it, know about it or not. And they're using them to spy on you. So you could be in the aisle just putting stuff in your grocery cart, and then there's people in that aisle, but I guarantee you, one or two of those people, there's a dark galactic being using them to spy on you, right? To spy. Then they have somebody in another aisle just there, and you'll know, you'll start to pick up on it, because if you spy high level souls, you're spiritual, then you know there is no such thing as coincidences. Pay attention to where you go. It just so happens that a person is here. Oh, it just so happens a person standing right there too. Oh, you moved and that person moved too. So again, this is about the spiritual current events and how it's been playing out in the physical realm. Now keep in mind, these are vessels. A lot of times they don't even realize how they're being utilized. They just think, oh, I just feel the need to move. Not realizing that there's a entity attachment, or the energetic parasites within, and they're pressing on these implants that they don't know that they have in their auric field to make them do these things. Okay, my higher level souls. All right. So you need to be careful. I remember I was in the gym one time before I came in contact with the Plague Rapture Part 2, and the gang stalking was at its all-time high, right? Spiritually. And it was this person, and every time I went towards went to another machine, they came. I went to another machine, they went to one right behind it. I went to another, they went one right behind it. So then I started to play around and see, and sure enough. Now keep in mind, this person had no idea that how they were being used spiritually. And this person had no idea that they even had spiritual implants or holes in their auric field for entities to come in and out and astral travelers. I'm hearing remote viewers too. Energy tags. Yep. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. And speaking of which, energy tags. There are different types and forms of energy tags, okay? They're all classified as dark programming in the sense of, um, where if a seasoned practitioner knows how to implant it, and they don't even have to be a practitioner. They can just be seasoned, don't know how to navigate the spiritual realm. Um, that is a it can be a tracer, okay? So you know how you can give somebody like in your phone, and you give somebody the the little thing so they can track where you are if you want them to have it, okay? Well, that's you giving it the consent. You're not giving consent. What a lot of people don't know, that this is going on, like they're being traced and tracked through these energy tags and implants, okay? um and some of you guys, it's popping up in the form of like a dot on your arm somewhere, or a dot on your foot, okay? And I've talked about this before, how different types of tags and how they show up and what it can mean spiritually for you. They have different meanings, okay? um so, and I'll talk about that again, but I just need to get those spiritual current events out, those downloads and channel messages that I was getting, okay? So you guys can know that we are in a World War Spiritual 3, okay? And all of this stuff, that's been going on in the spiritual realm for a while now, it's manifesting in the physical realm really hectically, okay? And a lot of people don't know. So it's kind of like you literally have to protect and guard your family and your friends, and you have to listen to what they're telling you that's going on with them in the physical realm, so you can spiritually detect, or start detecting, or start asking the spiritual questions. Hey, why is this? What's the spiritual cause of this happening to them in the physical? What's the spiritual cause of that happening to them in the physical? Okay? So that's just to let you guys know, because we are in a war. We are unfortunately in a war. Okay? But the intention of this war is for justice, is for purity, it is for restoration and reordering. All right. Um, so I command in God's name that all entities, parasites, and evil monitoring spirits that are clothed in the cloak be blocked, blind, and deafened, return back to sentence and replace with good, according to God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ, will uncloak, contaminate, or compromise. So listen, thank you. All right, just to refresh the energy. All right, what does my high level souls need to see here? We have stuck in fear. All right, and we have souls whisperer. Okay, so like it's giving like you guys have a lot of desires here. All right, that you are like stuck in fear, or you have a lot of fears about things not coming to pass, that like, man, there's also people around you and beings in the seen and unseen, right, that is in fear about you engaging in your soul's desires, right? So it's kind of like a catch-22, right? And the Holy Spirit's just like, jump in. Easier said than done. Just like, it's just like, go for it. Why is there fear when it comes to them being fully in their desires here, Holy Spirit? Why? We have release, abundance. Okay, so you guys there could be fear because maybe you feel like you don't have enough resources, or it's not, or if like you don't see the outcome, you don't see the fruit, or whatever the case may be, from what it is that you've been doing when it comes to your desires or things of that nature. And in the other side of things, for those that have this fear about you pursuing what's in your soul's desires and stuff like that, um it's like they don't want to see you with abundance, okay? Or so you're being asked to release any toxic people. Yeah, okay, so that's the thing here. So there could be some toxicities around your heart's desires, you know, um, that's that needs to be released in order for you to get this abundance, so you can soar, so you can grow, so you can take off here. So maybe you feel like there's been some blockages here, like that, this resistance when it comes to pursuing your heart's desires here, okay? So what needs to be seen? So what's going on? Reach out. breaking free. You've isolated yourself and are trying to do everything on your own. It's okay to ask for help. So, you're being encouraged here to ask for help. Easier said than done, right? We have breaking free. There could be someone that could be reaching out to you, reaching out to try to talk to you, okay? Or vice versa, whatever side of the story that you're on here. Some of you guys could feel like you've been reaching out, but maybe not be getting the support that you need to get here, which is why you're trying to like leave a situation, break free, from wherever you are that doesn't serve you, right? So that you can pursue your heart's desires here. So you don't have to be stuck in this fear. Or what if things don't work out? Or what if shit goes wrong? Or am I gonna have enough to sustain this or sustain that, right? So what's going on when it comes to like, okay, well, what about for those that's already been trying to do this? Holy Spirit. That's why all this gang stalking and all this rest of the stuff is happening. It's like energy is trying to make sure that you don't take off. Why? Consider the options, because like you're gonna have a shit ton of options. You'll be just shitting bricks, like just shitting out options, shitting out money, shitting out shit, right? Release attachments in reverse. So it's giving like you having a whole lot of options when the bullshit that's been trying to get in your way has been, moved out the way, scooted. Obligation. There could be, and forgiveness. There could be energies that feel like you're obligated to them. Okay, or you could feel like you are obligated to stay you with a family member because oh, but that's family, but that family is not support. This not that family member or members is the cause of your blockages. They not trying to support you. They down talking you. They oh, you ain't gonna never be, or that could be a friend to some of you, or that could be a lover to some of you. Whoever or whatever that thing is that has not been serving you. Okay, the Holy Spirit says it needs to be, moved out the way so that you can grow. It's giving growth stunters here. Okay. Some other messages too. It's like you guys have been having to defend yourselves against people that have been trying to come after your heart's desire. So whatever that is for you, your hobbies, your goals, whatever you're trying to achieve in life, that's going to differ for each of you here. Okay, so that's why, look at that, Ace of Pentacles. So you're going to be given something here. Ace of Pentacles, yeah, you're going to receive something. Okay, Nine of Wands in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so you're going to get something. You're going to get something. Nine of Wands in reverse. You won't feel like you have to like be super protective of this. Okay, like you like you will, but it's like maybe you won't have to feel like you have to be as guarded as you are now. Okay, because we've been getting a whole lot of protect your throne type energies around these readings lately. So maybe it's like, not that you don't have to do anything per se, but instead of you having to be at a 10-10 all the time, you could be at a level like 4 out of 10. Still on guard, but not like, tough. So it looks like you're walking away. So whenever you receive whatever this is for you, it looks like you're going to be able to walk away from whatever situation that has not been serving you. So remember when I was asking the Holy Spirit, I was like, okay, well, because everybody's in different seasons while watching this. This is why this is timeless, okay? So take what resonates, leave the rest behind, put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. That's why I asked the Holy Spirit, for those that already has done what they can when it comes to situations where it's like, oh, well, I've let this person go, but I can't change my living situation right now because I'm working on the resources. I think that popped up too, abundance, boom. right? There was fear around that, you know, or oh, I can't really pursue the da 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 because I don't have the proper resources to, you know, or it's given like you want to pursue your heart's desires, blockages, right? Or you know, fears around certain things that you can't control, right? It's kind of like, okay, well, if I've done what I can, now what? You know, outside of those that maybe still need to let something go, you know. And so in that case here, it's giving like, okay, for those that it's kind of like you're waiting or on a solution, or you're waiting for God to answer a prayer, you know, like you've done what you can, and it's like, all right, well, God, you're gonna get something, you're gonna be given something, and how you're gonna be given this, it's gonna vary for each of you. You won't feel like you have to be guarded. You like, you know, um now I did see that. So I'm coming back up on that Queen of Pentacles in reverse that I saw before. I'm getting a double message here. Not only are you going to receive something, I know I'm hearing the spaceships. Not only are you going to get something so that you are able to leave a situation, so that you can go ahead on and pursue your heart's desires. And 9 times out of 10, if they're your heart's desires, you're doing things for the kingdom, right? Your mission, your purpose, your destiny, your soul's purpose. Remember how we were talking about the double message with the stuck in fear when it comes to others that may be around you externally, whether you know of this or not? um it's kind of like they have a fear of you, your success, or you pursuing your heart's desires. And when I ask why, because of all of the possibility of options, you know, and opportunities that are going to be coming your way. So these are energies that are not clapping for you. These are energies that they for some reason they don't want to see you do well, right? And so with that Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I'm also kind of getting to that this energy is kind of hoping that your guards are so down that they can take whatever this is being given to you. Okay, so that they can walk away with it here. And then it's like leaving you in the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All right. So, and you know, regardless of king, queen, whatever, we pronoun friendly over here, and energy is fluid anyway. All right, because if you know, you know. So, tell me more about this, Holy Spirit. So, just be mindful. Like if you've dealt with energies that already tried to take something away from you before, this is what you really gonna have your just protection on. Okay, you also won't feel like you have to I'm here and get it out the mud so much as well. Okay, we got 3 of Cups here, so you will have a cause to celebrate. So you're gonna have a cause to celebrate. You're gonna be able to engage and have fun and play, right? Not a Wands energy, and spend time with friends and family, right? That love and value and appreciate you. But this is also giving a double message as well here with this combination. Please be mindful of any third-party situation type of plots of trying to catch you when your guards are so down to try to take this Ace of Pentacles, okay, from you. Yeah, see, a lot of you guys are going to be able to move. You're going to be able to play. You know, you're going to be able to do the things, have positive movement forward here with the 6 of Swords, right? Yeah. And see, the plot that they tried to, or whatever plot that they already tried or will try, is not going to work out. But the thing is that this is them. This is your enemies right now. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. They have no fruit. They have no table. God has not prepared that for them. Okay. At all. Yeah, because it's like that. There's some cowards here. There's some pussies. All right. They was being childish here. And so for some of you guys, this could have happened already, where there was a plot on your abundance. There was a plot on, you know, whatever this resource is, this opportunity or opportunities or a combination of things here. Okay. And they tried to walk off with being unseen. Okay. Or this was you flipping the energies as you see fit here. Okay, this could have left you in the Eight of Pentacles in reverse energy where your finances wasn't looking so good, or you didn't feel like you had the best of energy to work with here, and this could have really took a toll on you here. These energies that you were dealing with or have been dealing with in the seen and unseen, you know, they've been very arrogant, controlling, power hungry here. Strength card in reverse, right? And very childish. Absolutely. You know, being this player type of energy here towards you, and in whatever setting this is. Yeah, see, okay, so this was a previous betrayal for a lot of you guys. It's already happened for some of you. For some of you guys, this could be futuristic or, you know, present for you. Just be mindful of this energy trying to try this shit again. Okay, so because it's coming out for a reason, right? We got the Two of Swords in reverse here. Yeah, you're seeing things clearly. You're seeing things clearly. It's like you're seeing who these energies are and everything that they've been trying to do, okay, to keep you from being in your heart's desires or to make it hard for you, okay? Or you're going to be waking up to that. And it's kind of like they're waking up to like the reason why it's like you don't want to fuck with them. But they may not wake up to that right away for some of you guys here. But when they do, if they haven't already, they are in this Nine of Swords energy here. They are missing you, or they will. It's giving, you know, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone type of energy. Queen of Wands here. Yeah. You see, they played a role, whoever these people, this group, this workplace, they played a role in causing a lot of pain and suffering for you here. Okay. They also manipulated a relationship here. So for some of you guys, you were supposed to have some healthy connections here, platonic and romantic. It's almost like you barely met them or haven't met them at all, because behind the scenes, it's like, you know, somebody was talking shit about you, you know, and that could have swayed some energies away, right? Or prevented some opportunities from coming your way. You know, that if somebody was manipulating, you know, emotions and so on and so forth, you know, it's like that. So they were manipulating the options, your opportunities. So for some of you guys, you missed you. I mean, you know, if God really wants you to have something, you gonna have it. And you know, I mean, just like Job did get everything back tenfold. Also, at the same time, it's the principle, the fact that you even had to go through that to begin with, for something, just because somebody chose to use their free will to try to make you uncomfortable. In some cases, try to make you sick. Okay, for some of you guys, this energy's manipulation not only fucked with your love life here, okay, in a platonic and romantic way. They fuck with your mental health, your emotions here. Nine of Swords, you could have felt like, boy, um, well. Well, hopefully you didn't pass up on your lady either. I guess you'll have to ask. You know, I guess you'll have to reach out to that lady and see. And so, when it comes to get dag, I mean, we got this energy before. Love, money, suffering, all of this, you know, was being targeted. Yo, like the whole nine is being targeted. So some of you guys, you just feel like, dang, all this chaos. And we was getting that before, the energy before, you know, energies using chaos and conflict spells to try to make your life hell. So you, you know, yeah, try to block shit. Seven of Wands. Try to block shit, you know, or make shit hard for you. So it's like you're exhausted. You're exhausted from having to defend so much. Some of you guys haven't even had time to take care of yourselves. We've been getting a lot of self-care. Um, readings with energies may not having what they need to take care, you know. So just be mindful, guys. But you know what? That Eight of Pentacles in reverse just popped up in my head in a form of a table turning energy. Okay, so tables turn. So your enemies, right? They are also in this stuck in fear energy, because all of that negative energy that they sent towards you and all the rest of this stuff, you felt the residue. You felt the residue, and you're learning and or have learned how to transmute that. Again, it's the principle. It doesn't mean that you necessarily deserved, right? Um, but also it's they're trying to siphon my energy as I'm doing this reading. So guys, just please bear with me. They don't want the truth to get out. They don't want you to gain clarity. But we're gaining clarity over here. Okay. The tables have turned. So they did manipulation. This Queen of Wands, whoever this Queen of Wands is, and the people that they worked with behind the scene, for some of them, they tried to make you sick. Now they sick with something that was worse than whatever you probably had, right? They tried to fuck up your love life, your networking opportunities. You tried to fuck up your family dynamic. Now they shit flop, right? It's like, they tried to cause pain and suffering to you. They don't even know what peace and happiness look like right now. You feel me? Like they don't even know if they shit's so fucked up for them. Well, I mean, that's gonna be up to you if you want to give that person a chance. Maybe ask yourself, like what would be your criteria to give someone a chance. But I'm gonna say this: if a person was an abuser, then you might not want to give that another chance. You feel me? You might want to try someone who will give you your flowers the first time. Now, conflicts are going to exist, like in any conflict, right? That's why conflict resolution skills and problem solving skills exist, right? However, conflicts don't always have to be abusive, right? Just remember that love is not abuse, and abuse is not love, not God's love, at least. That's toxic love, right? So if you feel like whatever made you guys separate was just some simple differences that you guys maybe could take to therapy or some type of couples coaching, or friend coaching or something like that, then hey, cool. If you feel like all my life I had to fight with this person, it was constant back and forth, or it was constant, you felt abused, you felt constantly disrespected and all the rest of that, you might want to go towards someone who is going to give you your flowers the first time. Not perfect, because everybody got shit that stinks. Even me, right? Like, nobody's perfect. You might want to get with somebody who give you your flowers the first time. You'll have some issues that you're not going to have. They're not going to be abusive. Hope that helps. So we have judgment here that came out. So judgment on all of this. Judgment on the ones who tried to block and stop you and cause blockages and try to stop your positive movement forward here. Did all this chaos and conflict energy over your love life, your connections, your money, your finances, your opportunities, okay? Even you having the energy to engage in your heart's desires or engage in your kingdom missions here. Yeah, it's like, because they didn't want to let go, or they didn't want to see you. They didn't want to see you. They was in fear and their ego and making emotionally driven decisions, or you were, whatever side of the story that you're on here, to try to stop you here, try to block you. And although they may feel foolish now, where was this energy when this started here? Right? And it's like I'm getting with this Ace of Cups here. It looks like there's someone in an Emperor energy, okay, energy, that may want they may want want you to give your heart to them. They want to give their heart to you here. Okay. But be mindful of this energy cloaking in Emperor energy, so that you would want to give your heart to them, okay? Because this is big shit here. This is Ace. This is the Ace of Cups. This made this look. This is very important here. I would be mindful of giving you your all, because this Ace of Cups encompasses your, what makes you you, your love, your destiny, your purpose, like your soul. Okay? Like, look at you sitting on your throne. Everything that you work for, right? It's giving you, you deserve equally. Yo, motherfuckers, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Look at that, because God got the last laugh. All this heated type of shit that Muggs was trying to do over you. Okay? You got some new contracts coming in. Okay? That you've been manifesting. You got some, okay, because this is my God card too. And not just any contracts. You got some divinely contracts that's not parasitic coming in, and opportunities, all right, from going through all of this. This is a part of that Ace of Pentacles here, okay? Now also be careful of the wolves in sheep's clothing here that want to cloak themselves in false light energy as well, in whatever, circumstance you're dealing with here. Yeah, see it. Somebody's wishing that what the seeds that you planted don't grow. Somebody was doing some black magic and wishing that your shit didn't grow. Okay? For some of you guys, God is literally intervening, because you've been praying, you've been manifesting here also with this Magician card. You're meant to be a star. A lot of you guys, my high level souls, you are healers, honey. You healers. And we had a reading the other day that was talking about how the dark side has been trying to oppress people so bad that they haven't been able to even really be fully in their kingdom mission or get close to. Right? It's terrible. It's rigged. This shit is rigged. And that's also why us as higher level souls have come, so that we can break these demonic systems that have been, causing so much pain, suffering, and turmoil, and dark, twisted programming, right? Reprogram ourselves so that we can actually have a fair experience here, right? The dark side is just, it's been running along for so long, so long, so strong, right? But this is the lifetime where things are changing, right? But that's also a part of the reason why there's been a lot of pushback. The dark side has been trying to exercise old soul contracts from different lifetimes, and people have no idea, right? Because free will, God gives us free will to even believe in him. So, like, for example, an atheist that don't even believe in the dark or the light side, they don't believe in shit when it comes to this, right? For as an example, a dark person on the dark side potentially could take advantage of as fuck of that atheist, just not knowing and not caring, and they living a life not knowing that they supposed to be living a better life because they soul contract got fucked with. They don't know about it. They don't know about the spirit realm because of X, Y, and Z. They don't give a fuck because they're atheists, right? And not to say that they're not a nice person or whatever the case may be. It's just spiritually, right? You can't do anything with information you don't know or have. I don't care how old you are. We will never know it all. This is why we are always the student and the teacher. There's infinite knowledge. Well, when you don't know, and that's what it's giving. It's giving here too. You didn't know until you found out. And for some of you guys, that's what hurts a lot. Girl. Okay? Yeah, and this could have played with your confidence, like, like, Dad, how come I'm not seeing growth here? How come it feels like I can't grow? I'm hearing too, like, you guys have been fighting so hard and so much. You feel like you haven't had a chance to grow in your gifts. You feel like you haven't really had a chance to just live. And just, I'm hearing in some cases, want to live. Right? I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. But there is something 444 in this timer. There is something or someone or something good that is coming in for you guys, okay? A connection, okay? Some sort of like relief is what I'm getting here, okay? In the form of a connection, in the form of something tangible too. This could be, money. This could be money and people, opportunities, even if it's just one, and that one thing opens up several doors. You never know how God works. Okay. So, um, before we get into another deck here, if you guys would like to add a deck to your collection, this is by us, Downward Spiritual Guidance. All right, Downward Spiritual Guidance is our other YouTube name. All right. We also have other social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. All right, Downward Spiritual Guidance. Those links to subscribe, follow, friend request in the description box. Okay. And you can also see pictures of this deck as well. The link to purchase this deck is in the description box. Okay. Also, if you want to add another deck to your collection, we have another one here created by us, Downward Spiritual Guidance. Okay. I don't know. I might do another one using this deck. I've already have a lot of reasons doing this, using this, but hey, we can always do another one because why not, right? And if you guys have been like needing to journal, right? You need something to write your task in, your assignments, because you be forgetting shit, okay? Because life be lifing, as you know. Go ahead and copy one, okay? If you need something to write your dreams in, if you need something to write your downloads in so you don't fucking forget, bro, go ahead and copy one. The link to purchase these journals are in the description box, okay? So, also just to let you know, cloak whatever you're writing, okay? Because some of the dark side have been remote viewing to try to steal whatever you're typing or writing to see what you're doing so they can find out how to attack it and shit like that. So, just letting you know, if you decide to purchase or if you decide to get any journal from anywhere, store, whatever, just be mindful of what, just because you may not have a physical person standing over your shoulder, spiritually, come on, we're spiritual beings having a humanistic experience. And I had to learn that more and what that meant too. All right, so thank you. Links for everything in the description box. And if you want to ask me like questions, duh, I'm an ordained minister, y'all. I'm a therapist. I'm a certified spiritual life coach. I'm a certified metaphysical practitioner. I'm a Reiki practitioner. I'm an Akashic record reader, psychic surgeon as well, and a whole lot more. All right. So if you would like to receive any future services from me, you can feel free to email me with your name and what you are interested in, and I can add you to a waiting list so that when I am letting you know you can book certain things, you'll get the message. All right. All right. So, well, hello there. At this time, I'm not necessarily doing individual readings. We can see what comes up. We are doing like love and money in a sense, like we're picking up on that energy. So hopefully some messages can be here, all right, that you can resonate with you. So Holy Spirit, please provide additional information here. We have repossession, baby. Woo. So a lot of you guys were going through like a season of loss, a season of, feeling like you didn't have enough of, and all the rest of that. Remember, I told you, like, I was seeing the Eight of Pentacles being in reverse, as far as a double message for the tables have turned now. Everything that this black magic or their lies or gossip, anything that they say, anything that your enemies have said to make you miss out on opportunities, anything that they have done in the spiritual realm behind the veil, to make you lose out on anything, money, opportunities, networking, because even if you decide to not go to an event, you should be able to make a conscious decision not to do that. Not because the opportunity never came your way, because somebody wanted to badmouth you to somebody and to discourage them from doing it, or, inviting you, or do some black magic and put some negative energy in your auric field, so the opportunity, the energy of it won't even come your way, so you won't even attract it, right? Like, anything that caused you to, if there was a delay and you coming in contact with your soul tribe, those that have your best interest at heart, without demonic attachments, without parasitic cords, everything is being taken from them. Anything that they target you for, so that they could get in their benefit, so that they could build, is being taken from them. Okay, it's giving Humpty Dumpty has had a great fall. The great fall, the great fall. See, a lot of this was a test here. Yeah, burden. See, they did all of this so that they wouldn't be burdened, they, regardless of how you felt, right? So now, tables turn. You are not you are not going to be burdened anymore. Burdens in reverse. Okay, which is good. Okay, so yeah, a lot of you guys, you've been up against a lot of principalities. Okay, a whole lot of otherworldly beings that teamed up together, the dark side, the dark forces. But don't get it twisted, because the light forces have been, helping out as well. It's just, this has just been a really nasty war. Okay, and I'm going to be very honest with you as well, because I've seen things, I've experienced things. I've experienced things that people have not experienced yet they are going to. I have gone through things that, in order for a person to be fully healed, they are going to have to go through. And boy, you know, and yeah, that's the final boss. Okay. So, and I've shared a lot of these things already. These videos are timeless, y'all. Go ahead and go on the bench if you want to. And make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling these vibes. Okay. So, yeah, they're going to feel like they can't give birth to shit. All right. But that's their karma. Not because we necessarily want that for them, but that's their karma that they're paying back for them trying to make it hard for you to give birth to shit, give birth to projects, right? If you have a platform, that's still a form of a baby, right? That you nurturing, maybe you're getting used, but hindsight 2020, what you don't may not know is that you're not seeing all the views and subscribers that you could really have as a form of a healthy support system, right? It's like motherfuckers kept trying to fuck with your progress, because it was bothering them, or this is what you was trying to do to someone else. Flip the energies as you see fit. And that's exactly why motherfuckers is losing everything right now. Tables turn. Okay, what goes around comes back around. Yeah, trash energy. And we have, hey guys, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling these vibes. All right. So, yeah, justice. Okay. Who don't want justice? So God is balancing out the scales in His time. It's time. Okay. It is time. It's time for people to get what is just and due: truth, fairness, karma, balanced, determination, law of attraction, accountability. So if they was responsible for making you lose anything, your job, your car, your house, your family, you getting sick, or if you was sick and you couldn't do anything because of, baby, and mind you, we talking about the book of Job. God gave Job everything back tenfold. What you think they karma gonna look like? It's gonna be worse than what you endure. You shouldn't have had to endure the level that you did, right? Because mind you, and we got that in a reading before, that this book of Job season felt like a Book of Job season on steroids, because a lot of you guys, you were going to go through. Come on, you chosen ones. Your spirit. You were a soldier for the Lord, right? And a lot of you guys, whether you notice a lot, you're on the front line for the Lord. So, hindsight, then you already know you're gonna go through some warfare. You're gonna go through some warfare, right? That's like a soldier in the physical realm. They know that they gonna have to square up or throw you in the battlefield. You know you gonna come up against something. Well, what y'all went through was like a little bit more than what was intended. It is what also keeps coming out. So things that the intensity of what you wasn't supposed to go through, or more than what you wasn't supposed to go through, you're gonna get that all compensated for, but also at the same time, because I'm a part of this too. I'm having a humanistic experience too. It's the principle. I remember telling God one time, I'm like, God, sometimes it's not even about the reward. Sometimes just not even having to go through that is the reward. Like, I could have went without some of this pain, baby. We could have found another way, if you, you feel me? But also at the same time, we find ways to work things out and transmute energy. And God has still been faithful, and God is still being faithful and letting you know that He is balancing everything out. And you will see your enemies go through their karma. Okay? You will see. You will see. All right? All right. Final messages. I hope you guys are doing great here. Make sure, for those that are just joining, you should watch the beginning of this message, because I was giving downloads before I got into the tarot of the channel messages that I was getting throughout this weekend, today mainly. If you want to, free will. All right, so hey baby, divine judge. Okay, a lot of y'all don't know yet that you call motherfucking shots in the motherfucking spirit house. Okay, y'all call shots. Okay, and that's the thing. My chosen one babies, my high level souls, my caps. Listen, my Capricorns. Y'all need to find out what y'all rankings are in the spirit. And don't just find them out. Find out everything that encompasses of having such rank. Okay, you're this ranking and that ranking and that ranking and that ranking. Okay, what can I do with this rank? And how do I do it properly? Go to God. Ask God. Okay. Go ahead, contact the angels, of love and light, uncloak, examining, and uncompromised. Okay. They will let you know, they will help you. Okay. Now, 2, God is the ultimate judge. And yeah, it's judgment. It's judgment day. It's time. It's time. It's time. A lot of y'all are divine judges, and you guys you need to hold a divine court session, if you haven't already, at divine headquarters in the spirit realm. Okay, and in fact, some of you guys have. What's the verdict? Yeah, you guys are warriors here that you've been fighting. Okay. Justice. I heard justice. The verdict is justice. The verdict is you win. Okay, glow with purpose, for your light is a guidepost in the vast cosmos. Immortality. All right, you guys are immortal. Hell yeah. I know you guys like, how the fuck am I immortal? And motherfuckers aging. That's a tall tale sign that black magic has been running amok, because we're supposed to be living, okay, and from the Akashic records, we're supposed to be living for thousands of years. And motherfuckers been struggling to live to 100. And if they do, they looking like a prune. And we not supposed to be looking like that. Let me tell you something. When a motherfucker is 100, you supposed to be looking like you 20. Because if we live into thousands of years, technically, if you want 100 to what we think is 100 now, to what it's actually supposed to be for us turning 100 should be like us still looking like we're 15 to 20. And I think I'm being pretty nice saying that. We really supposed to be like looking like we 10. Think about it, living. I was watching The Lord of the Rings the other day and The Hobbits. I went on a spree, and I'm a fantasy type of person. I love me some fantasy, sci-fi, horror flick. Okay, that's my shit. And so, but also that's home for me. We are what the physical realm declares as fantasy as a genre. That's home for us. That's a spirit realm for us, right? You see the centaurs, you see, the dragons, you see the fairies, the elves. Those are real otherworldly beings. And that can have earthly experience if they have access to get a vessel, a soul, their soul, spirit. Y'all remember, and I keep bringing this up. Pandora. What's that movie? With the blue. Oh my gosh, why can't I Avatar, the humans. Every time the humans had to wanted to get into they wanted to navigate Pandora, they couldn't navigate Pandora just as is, right? Because the atmosphere, they had to go in those little sauna looking things in order for the transference of their, life force essence in a way to be transferred to their personal built avatar, right? Well, we are a soul. We've had several different vessels, right? We've had several different vessels. And by the grace of God, I still have a picture of my last vessel from my previous lifetime, because of the simple fact that in this lifetime, I'm reborn. I was reborn back into this bloodline. So I came through specifically so if I stayed alive, she would be my granddaughter, one of my granddaughters. Okay? But because I passed away before my child, I passed away before my child grew up and had kids, right? In this bloodline. My child had 3 kids. I came back in this bloodline through the 3rd child, the last one. So I came through my grandchild, okay, back into the same bloodline. I am not the only soul that did this. Now, I'm a very, very, very ancient soul, but I'm just talking about my most recent incarnations, okay? So some of you guys, my higher level souls, can understand. You've done this shit before, okay? You've done this shit before, all right? And a lot of you guys, they're bringing up a prophetic dream that they was giving me beforehand. I was in the dream. I was in the passenger seat. I was in the passenger seat, and I was steering the steering wheel at the same time, right? And I was like, what's going on? Now, mind you, I looked in the back seat. And the people who because I have been awake for a minute now, and I know that the souls that incarnated as the people who have played the role of my parents, they are actually my grandchildren. Um, so I call them my spirit grandchildren rather than mom or dad. That is just something that I have been preferring to do. Now, of course, government wise in the physical realm, I will still say mother and father because um, that's on paper, that's what they are classified as. However, in other cases, they are my spiritual grandchildren because, i.e., I was already here. I came back through you. That's what the deal is, right? And so, with that being said, in that dream indicated that, hey, you surpassed them in a sense. Like, okay, you made it. Like, they did what they were supposed to do, they played the role that they were supposed to play, as far as like, hey, we got you to this point, and not to the point where I came back because a part of the reason, I ain't gonna say everything yet. A part of the reason why I came back is because of, remember I was talking about the fucked up programming and shit like that people are having to undo. Well, it steered them away from their path and calling. Like, they got steered away from it for different reasons. I'll say that. Right? And a different time frame, right? Because they are baby boomers. They're baby boomers. But I think I forgot, was I in the silent generation before I passed away and reincarnated here? I think, or the one before that. I forgot which one. Um, but I can tell you this. In 1911, I graduated from Fisk. Okay. My past life name is Reba. Hey. Um, and so I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. So, and I was reborn in 93. So I didn't live that long. I didn't have that much of a lifespan in that lifetime. And I know why and everything, which is another reason why I'm also back here too, to, rectify some things and clean up some messes, and also do the calling and the things that my spiritual grandchildren didn't do because of X, Y, and Z. Okay, which I will share all with you guys at a later date and time, and you guys will get the scoop. But I share a form of disclosure with you guys because, again, my higher level souls and my souls that are developing, right? This isn't your first time here. A lot of you guys, you are ancient. A lot of you guys, you have been reborn back into a bloodline, even if this wasn't a back to back type of thing like it was for me. Like, I didn't have any bloodlines in between being in this bloodline. No, this was okay. I was in this bloodline. I didn't go to another bloodline. I came right back to this one when it comes to my last two incarnations back to back. Okay. For some of you guys, that you're the same back to back incarnations. For others of you guys, you had some incarnations before you came back into the bloodline you're in now. For some of you, all right. But just to let you know, this is not your first rodeo, and to let you know, it's like you guys are the spiritual parent in the aspect now. You are you're driving the ship here, right? You are the captain, and but the Holy Spirit is wanting to let you know that you may not feel like that because everybody is shunning you with this false programming, right? Shunning you and trying to oppress you. And, like, for example, a little self-disclosure. I gave some download. I told my spiritual grandchildren who are baby boomers that a part of the reason why I was born is that I'm a star seed. Um, I came here to help raise the collective. I am a form of medicine, but I'm also here to fix the bloodline and da 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 da. I receive galactic information and downloads. I am a prophet. I receive messages this way through my clairs and da 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 da. Um, right? And I was using movies like Signs and Stranger Things and um Poltergeist and all the rest of this to try to like help form some things, because those are things that they've seen and things that they seem to believe, you know. They are Catholic, by the way, but I was raised Catholic. I don't consider myself Christian or Catholic anymore. Um just with as I have grown more into spirituality and have found out more information through the Akashic records, that is just a personal choice as of right now. Okay. With that conversation, honey, it went nowhere. It went nowhere. Not because they didn't hear me, belief, lack of belief. Okay. So I say that to say some of you guys are kind of going through a similar thing where you are having these galactic experiences. Some of you guys, you're opening up, you're seeing patterns, you're seeing grids, you're seeing numbers, you're seeing, you know, you're seeing spirits and so on and so forth. You're having these astral travel like experiences. You're going through different dimensions and so on and so forth, and you know, want to talk about these things, or you're having these extraterrestrials experiences, but you don't want to come off as being like crazy, or you try to, and you know, maybe you didn't have a good response or whatever. This is also why we're here, so you can, you know, share some of your experiences, or feel like you have like, you know, like a hub, you know, like, oh, okay, well, we're, you know, because a lot of us, we are ahead of our time here, right? Like, we literally had to wake the fuck up. Can you imagine? Yo, can you imagine? So you know how God gives us gifts, right? You know, a prophet may receive a vision, right? Whether they are awake and talking or in their dream. But can you believe, like, if a person doesn't believe in God and doesn't believe in God given gifts, right? You know, when people say, oh, yeah, I just heard God say da 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 da, or I just heard God say da 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 da. Can you imagine somebody hearing God or hearing one of the archangels, and they tell a professional that and they write them off as being sick? Can you imagine? Can you imagine having a vision of the Blessed Virgin Mary? Can you imagine having a vision of Archangel Gabriel giving you delivering a message, because you know he's a messenger, and you share that experience with a professional that doesn't believe in such, and they write you off as being ill when that's being gifted? Well, that's a programming that's false, that has been plagued um in the society. People are waking up to their spiritual gifts, and let me be frank here. um you know how certain things can turn sour? Well, absolutely. Where there's light, there is dark. So if a person is saying that they're seeing something negative, okay, well, you're having a negative spirit, you need a cleansing. That you are not supposed to be, you could, yes, you have a spiritual code. You do need to address this so you can have access to your gifts without all of that demonic interference. But when you are working with professionals that don't believe in this or don't believe in that, or they write certain things off, or they only go off of what one thing that they were told, they don't do any other research to find out any other information. That's why knowledge is power. Look into the Akashic records. Okay, the real library. Because if you know, you know. Okay. So make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you feeling these vibes, y'all, I hope that you are enjoying this. I hope this is some sort of message, you know, confirmation for you guys. Okay, my warriors, my crystal children, Yes, my starseed babies, my crystal children, my rainbow kids. Yes, you guys have a strong ancestor connection. So just know that you guys are not alone, my little curse breakers, okay? Listen, and this is a part of the process too. As far as like elongated like life, going back to that immortality we were talking about. Look at that, healing hands. You know, when people have, the hand that do this, you need a clearance so your hand can start doing this. Okay. The hands, when people start getting the rheumatoid arthritis and stuff like that, that's a tall tale sign that there's a spiritual issue that is linked to that, because the kingdom of hell feel like, oh, they trying to get your gifts. If you have any ailment of the hand, if you have any ailment of the hands, okay, that means you got healing hands. There's something that you're supposed to be doing over your life that involves your hand, and there's a spiritual attack over that, okay? So I hope that was a clue, and that doesn't just go for your hands. Apply the concept however you need to your life, all right? Now, sometimes it could be a karmic, it can be a few things, okay? It could be a few things. What for those that section applies to, if you know, you know. We have sacred trust. The universe has entrusted you with a sacred mission. Honor this trust with every choice and action. Yeah. And then we have earth angels, because my earth angel babies. Okay. Yeah, my earth angel babies, because we some babies. We some babies. Yeah, in this bitch. Okay, we some baby thugs. We some baby gangsters. We be out here doing and handling business for God. Okay, we gotta be some G's for the big G. All right, and so God, like he love the fact that you're not giving up. Okay, God is not asking for perfectionism. Okay. That's why God is letting you know, like, hey, your feelings are valid here. Like, I understand that you may be frustrated with me. I understand that things is hard to trust right now. Listen, whatever your mission and assignment has been, okay, keep on keeping on. Don't let these haters stop you. All right. Take a break if you need to, but you keep going. All right, because the divine trust you have proven loyalty, you have proven all the things here. Okay. Yes, you guys are shamans. You guys are advanced level shamans. Astral projection here. See, some of you guys are having a hard time tapping into your astral projection, because you guys you have a lot of dark programming you need to clear that's been suppressing your gifts here. Okay, universal unity. Yeah, this is all about unity. Okay, it's giving when words collide. We was getting the energy the other day, right? Bringing unity so we can have some peace. I mean, listen, we gonna all still have shadow sides. We not in love. If we just want to just all pure love and light, we could have just stayed in love and light. You feel me? We came here for experience, so we are gonna have like some degree of some darkness here. We all have shadow sides. Listen, like, it's all about unity. It's all about peace. Okay. I don't think I've ever shown my little tap before. Y'all like, yep, Capricorn. The Capricorn. Capricorn. We love being a Capricorn. I hope that answered your question with me shuffling. All right. Golden frequency, spiritual teacher. Yeah, a lot of you guys are spiritual teachers, but maybe it's been hard for you guys to really do the shit that you need to do because of the warfare, right? God knows. God knows. God is going to give you what you need. Ancient whispers, going right back to the beginning. I love when they go back to the beginning of the reading. Right? Your soul's whisper, ancient whispers. God's gonna give you exactly what you need. I mean, because God be saying, how you think I'm the one that gave you the mission? And you need me to do it. It's a partnership. Anytime somebody tries to stop you, they trying to stop me from doing what I'm trying to do through you. So they gotta move out my way. And I'm like, shit, right, you right. right. It's like stopping you. So it's like when these haters, when these enemies be trying to stop you from doing what you're supposed to do, it's like them stopping God. Right? So, and God is like, so listen closely, for ancient ones are guiding you. Their wisdom will illuminate your path. Yes, you see the sunflowers, happiness. Okay, you are not alone. You have lots of, my ancient souls. You have lots of unseen realm help. And also at the same time, because I'll be saying this too, because I'll be like, well, I'm in the physical realm. I need both. Okay, because some of y'all feel like, so some of y'all feel like, that's great and all, we need some physical support too. And that's also including this, right? Like, so you can do your soul's purpose and your desires, right? Have the necessary support system platonically and romantically, right? Okay, so you're gonna be given, where is it? We have my life here on this table or this board, whatever you want to call it, shit. That Ace of Pentacles. Nah, we need to say it. We need to lay eyes on it. Okay? Yep. So that's the thing. Make sure you keep eyes and keep tabs on this blessing that the divine is giving you here, so you can go ahead on and do what you need to do with your mission and your purpose here. Okay? So consider the options. Yeah, so you got options in love, you got options and opportunities here. Everything. Okay? So that's what we have for you guys. I hope that resonated. I hope that was something for you. So thank you all for your love and support here. It is truly, truly appreciated. And always remember, you make your own decisions. Peace out. Deuces.